Joe Hopkins here, and wow, man, Giacomo Turra. I've heard a little bit about this whole thing. How many of you guys had heard of him before this? Before everything just blew up and it got weird and it turned out he was stealing and faking and all that good stuff, right? How many of you heard of him before that? Because I'd seen a couple of his videos, and no, he never really interested me all that much. I saw it and I thought, wow, that's really good, but it doesn't really tickle my dick. You know what I mean? But I knew who he was because he was getting pretty big all over social media. And here's the thing. Why did people love him so much? Why did people think he was great? And then why do they hate him now? For, I mean, you'd think that's a pretty easy question. I don't think it really is. I got to thinking about it, right? Everybody knew he was miming, right? The miming part. I'm not talking about the stealing other people's stuff part. Everybody knew he was miming, right? I mean, did people think he wasn't? I always thought it was pretty obvious. It turns out he can't really play that stuff. He was doing it at like half speed and then miming it on the video. But I could tell he was miming, and everybody does that nowadays, which blows my mind. The whole miming thing, I don't get how people can mime it. I can't mime anything. I'm terrible at it. I really suck at it. Watch some of my music videos. I have to mime some of the stuff, and it's bad. I'm not good at miming, even miming me. I played the songs, and I can play them, and I can't mime it along with my own songs. I don't know. But everybody mime stuff because, then I guess, even when it is your music, you can record it perfectly and then go and mime it so you have the perfect take recorded. I can't. I never could do it. Now, when I'm in the studio and I'm recording something, sometimes I do take a lot of takes to try to get the right one. Usually, though, it's not trying to get it perfect. It's trying different things, you know what I mean, to see what sounds the best. And then I might do 2 or 3 takes on that and try to get it just the way I want it to sound. And I get that, but yeah, miming. But the thing is, he did more than that. He actually copied other people's stuff. And man, for a lot of the people that hate him so much now, and I'm not saying I'm down with this. I'm not. Taking other people's stuff that's bullshit. That's really bad. We're all trying to make a living at this, and it hurts when somebody takes something of yours and is then more successful with it. Like, he did so much better with some of these than the person who originally recorded them. And that makes me wonder something. If the people who were watching him really cared that much about the music, why didn't that piece do as well for the original guy? Do you know what I mean? The guy that first played that, the one that Giacomo is copying, why didn't the original guy do way better with his post if everybody cares so much about the music? Obviously, people don't, or they would have heard of the original artist too. It seems to me that people are enamored with skill or perceived skill, and they want the person with that perceived skill to look a certain way. Giacomo looks like your social media guy. He has the right look. Apparently, having the right look really matters, because the people that originally did these songs, not all of them had the right look, but this guy does. So many people were so enamored with Giacomo because they wanted to see somebody who was that skilled that looked the way they wanted that person to look. And I think that has a lot to do with why people hate him so much now, because he fooled them. He fooled them by looking the way they want that musician to look. and not like the musician actually looks. The people that actually play this stuff, that actually can, don't look like that. I think it upsets people. It upsets them because they don't want to admit that they're that shallow. And I think that's part of why people hate him so much now, right? I think so. For us content creators and musicians, and, you know, we're the ones that make the internet go round, we all hate his ass because, like, that's the worst thing you can do to somebody is take their shit, make a bunch of money, be successful on it, and not credit anything, not say, you know, the person who originally did it doesn't get a penny from it. We're all trying to make a living at this, or at least make something at this, and that's a bunch of crap, right? That's why we hate it. But the public also is pretty pissed off, and as far as the general public goes, I think they hate his guts because they were fooled, because it points out how shallow they are. They don't care about the music. They don't care about any artistry. They don't even care. They don't care that he's miming the whole thing in the first place because it's obvious. In fact, a lot of, if not almost all of these Instagram and a lot of the YouTube guitarists, they're miming it and nobody cares. Nobody does. Which means they really don't care about if you can really play it live either. Now, that sounds kind of nerdy, right? It's us music nerds that care, can you play it live? But it does matter. It does matter. If you can't do it, then you're not the musician that you're pretending to be. It should matter. It should. And I'm not saying, ooh, I'm so great. No, I'm pretty good, I think, but yeah. And like I said, I don't get how they mime it. How do you do that? How do you mime that crap? I mean, good Lord. Like I said, I can't mime my songs. It also doesn't exactly help me, the fact that I don't really ever play it the same way twice. I don't memorize note for note what I did because I'm not going to do it note for note the same way every time anyway. I kind of get a rough idea and a feel of what I'm doing and then kind of head in that direction each time. I can't play it the same way twice, which means I can't mime it because that's pretending you're playing it the same way. It blows my mind how people can do that. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If you could play something the same way twice, that's kind of a skill. Good for you. I can't. That's not me. Some people can do it exactly the same every time. And kudos to you, man. That's something. That's a skill I don't have. But with this guy, yeah, I think people loved him because of the same reason they hate him. People wanted to be fooled. As far as whether or not he could actually play this stuff, people wanted to believe it. They wanted to be fooled, and they feel stupid. So they're mad. They feel dumb because they were fooled. Now they're mad that he fooled them. It's like you wanted to be, because I'll tell you what, he's not the only one doing it. He just got caught. And he's not the only one doing it. Somebody else is fooling you. There's a lot of them out there. And maybe we should start really paying attention to this stuff and see if we can't catch more of them. Because I know they're out there. I know at least half of these Instagram guitarists can't really play what it is they're pretending to play. The only reason Giacomo got caught was because somebody, what's his name? The Scottish bass player. For the life of me, I can't remember his name now. I love his channel. Nothing against him. My memory is shot, you know. But anyway, he caught it. And if he hadn't caught it, how long would this have gone on? Because I don't think people are paying that close attention. You know what I mean? And these are some amazing arrangements. They are. The original artists should have been more successful with them, which shows that those of us that pretend we like guitar aren't really paying attention, or you would have heard the original one. Now I say we, I mean you. There's somebody out there. There's a you out there, because I know some of these original guitars. Not personally, but I know who they are because I like their stuff. But there are a lot of people that are just looking for a guy with the right look to do it. They're not really into music. They're just into, wow, that guy looks amazing. He really looks like he knows what he's doing. And it also goes to show you, if you look like you know what you're doing, everybody just assumes you do, until an actual music nerd shows up and catches you not actually knowing what you're doing. We need to do this more. Us music nerds need to catch people at not knowing what they're doing more often. That's what I think. So that's my rant for today. Music nerds, unite. Let's catch these fakers and let's catch them. That's what I'm saying. So in the comments, tell me what y'all think. What do y'all think of this? Personally, my opinion of this dude is that he's trash. Absolute trash. Because he's stealing. And that matters. So yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. And yeah, check out some of my other videos, because I don't mime. Unless I'm doing a video for one of my songs, and then I mime badly. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I love y'all. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.